Hello, and welcome to the Tarot with Titania reading of the week for April 17th to the 24th, 2026. I am grateful you're joining me here now, across time and space, adding your energy to mine as we co-create this reading of the week, pulling in what is in service to our personal and our collective highest and greatest good as we navigate these interesting times on planet Earth. I invite you to close your eyes and join me in setting the intention for this reading, starting with 3 nice deep breaths, please. As we pull our energy into sync across time and space. And with that third exhale, I invite you to imagine a tree root coming down out of the base of your spine, anchoring you deep down into Mother Earth, so that you are fully here now, in that beautiful body, in this time and place, wherever that is for you. Knowing that this conduit is not only grounding you and anchoring you fully into your physical body, but it is also a conduit through which anything that no longer serves you can easily pass down into Mother Earth and become compost for your new good growth. Creator, this is your daughter Titania. Thank you for this opportunity to gather with all those across time and space who are joining me here now to co-create this reading of the week for April 17th to the 24th, 2026. My intention is to be a clear channel for the information we most need to receive right now, and to provide this in a manner that we will easily and effortlessly hear, understand, and integrate for our personal and our collective highest and greatest good. I'd like to invite my higher self and the higher selves of all those listening, as well as an overlighting angel of communication, to be present and facilitate this exchange, ensuring that it happens in the highest and best way possible, and that we cover all that is in our personal and our collective heart and mind at this time to our satisfaction in this window that we have here together today. I'd also like to acknowledge the overlighting Deva of my home, Heart's Home, for grounding me, supporting me, sheltering me, protecting me, and guiding me, taking care of me so that I can do this good work with you. I'd like to acknowledge the overlighting Devas of all of the lands where you find yourselves, and all the good that they do in support of you in your best. I'd like to acknowledge the overlighting Deva of this community. Wherever that may be, wherever you are, you're held in this circle of light, a gathering of individuals collectively desiring the good, adding our energy in service to more love and light on this planet at this time. Thank you. And I'd like to invite the 4 archangels now to come and hold the 4 directions around us, creating a sacred circle of light across time and space, in service to our personal and our collective highest and greatest good. We call in love, healing, transformation, insight, peace, wisdom, discernment, and anything else that is in our personal and collective heart and mind at this time, Creator, may be held here in good ways today. And anything that doesn't match these frequencies and intentions is welcome to go now. I invite Raphael to hold the east, Michael to hold the south, Gabriel to hold the west, and Uriel to hold the north. Thank you for coming. And with this gathering assembled across time and space, let's get into this reading for this week, shall we? Okay, Creator. Once again, gathered in service to love and light everywhere, through our gifts, our abilities, our love, our yes, and building a world from that place. Each individual activated, connected, loving, kind, present, fulfilled, joyful, celebratory, in the best way possible, Creator. What is it that we need to know this week? In service to our personal and our collective highest and greatest good, that we may make the best use of our opportunities here for those reasons. Okay. Possessiveness. We're starting with the Four of Pentacles. And as you know, this card always makes me laugh because we have this lovely lady who is clinging to all her stuff to her chest, completely naked with her tiara on, looking around furtively to see who's coming to get her stuff. And this is this insecurity that we develop when we are not grounded in our spiritual center, when we're not coming at life from our connection to source energy. We all have a connection to source energy, but we just forget because we're human. We have this thing. We come into these bodies and we forget the magnitude of who we are really. And it's okay because that's the journey home. That's what we're doing. We're in these bodies to remember who we really are and to hold more of that, more of the time, more of the light, more of the love, more of the dignity, more of the beauty, more of the wisdom of the place that we all come from in human form on the planet at this time. And when we forget that, though, we get like this. We get freaked out. Who's coming for our stuff? It's not the stuff that keeps us safe. It's our connection to source. It's understanding who we really are and understanding that we are conduits for that source energy. It provides for all that we need. And when we get into this insecure space, it's important to remember to keep breathing. Bring the inspiration back into that beautiful body. Come back to that source energy and know that you're holding something beyond understanding. And by tapping into that broader, wiser part of you, we can overcome whatever insecurity we're experiencing, whatever doubt, whatever uncertainty. This is a pentacle. It has to do with the earth element, everything that makes it amazing to be in a human body. But this speaks to the fear around that, of losing that. And that can be a bit of a trap for us as humans. We get comfortable and content and we're afraid of losing what we have. Never understanding that life is for us and that if things are to change radically, as challenging as it may be, if we can lean into trusting this broader, wiser energy, it will take us many good places. This is sitting in the position of the past, of where we're coming from. We've all had moments of insecurity. We all have had moments of possessiveness, of doubt, of not trusting, of holding on to the edge of the riverbank or the pool rather than letting go into the middle of the stream of life. It's understandable. We are human. We have these frail little bodies that we're only in for a certain period of time. And coming back to that understanding, how do we hold more of the broader, wiser part of us in these human forms so we have the best experience possible? So we have the wisdom and the discernment to navigate life in the best way possible for our good and for everybody else's good. So just kindness and compassion with ourselves when we find ourselves here. And remembering that through the breath, we bring in the inspiration of the divine. We can respond in a completely different manner. And we can bring that wisdom to bear on our insecurities and know that it's all going to be okay. It really is. It's all for us. The present card, the card of sorrow, the Three of Swords. So this is an intense time. We can all agree on that. And there's a lot that we can use to knock us off our centers and give us doubt, uncertainty, insecurity, feeling upset, feeling uncertain. We have this figure who's surrounded by all these dark shapes and sort of this incoming swords. It just looks so ominous and threatening. And yet, when we take a closer look, in the middle of each of those shapes is a golden heart. Coming back to this idea that the contrast of our life helps us to discern what we want. It helps us to discern our preferences. It's the gold in the middle of the darkness. Whenever we come up against difficult times, we need to just attempt to not fall in the hole and observe, what do we know now? What has this contrast gifted us with? What is the opportunity in the midst of this difficulty? Because there always is one, no matter how difficult it is, how hard it is, we can always find the gold and trust that we're where we need to be and that life is working for us, and that this is an opportunity towards more life for us, more opportunity to rise and shine and share our gifts in wonderful ways in the world. And maybe life has a new plan for us. And that's why we're going through this deep contrast, so that we can discern that new plan and that new direction. Because if we just kept going, we'd never have the opportunity to move in this new direction and to discover new things about ourselves and develop new gifts and meet new people and be where we need to be. So, yes, from the, looking in on it, it looks like a difficult card, and I encourage you to see it as an opportunity. Wherever you are, whatever you're facing, what is the opportunity? What is the gold? What is the wisdom? What is the discernment? What are the distinctions that are coming in service to your highest and greatest good in this moment, in service to more love and light through you out into the world? The near future, card of reward, the Ace of Pentacles. This is the acorn that grows into that magnificent oak tree of possibility. This is the direction, the movement forward. Yes, challenging times. Yes, dealing with our human frailties and insecurities and doubts. As we move through these dark times, learning about ourselves, learning about what we want, learning about what we want collectively and personally. And with that wisdom, with those distinctions, we create something truly magnificent. We create something that has the strength and the vastness of an oak tree from an acorn. That's where we're sitting. This is beautiful energy of expansiveness. If we didn't have the contrast and we didn't have the insecurity making us feel small, we wouldn't have the opportunity to see something differently, to look and see things from a new perspective and allow it to expand out into this huge possibility space of creation, both as individuals and as collectives. And the foundation card, we have the Prince of Hearts riding around, waving his heart, inviting us all to join in. Come and party with me. Come and enjoy life with me. Come and be happy and celebratory and savor this life experience in wonderful ways. This change on the level of the heart is fueling our human transformation at this time. We're becoming more than we were, and that includes a deeper feeling into life. We're getting out of our heads, into our bodies, into our hearts, into the now moment. And from this space, there's an invitation to moreness, to connection, to community, to finding our people. And with those communities of individuals sharing a vision, sharing a possibility space, we create something truly magnificent. But this invitation is the foundation for this week. Are we open? Are we receptive to these possibility spaces, to this opening of our heart and the invitation from our heart to show up in a new way, in a different way, in a more congruent, heartfelt, authentic way? So that's our foundation for this week. So as we're navigating all this energy, coming back to our hearts, understanding that our wisdom, the wisdom is in our hearts. Our connection to source is through the heart, through the body. Our bodies are the compass. The heart is the gateway. And by being back in our bodies with our breath, we can best navigate everything that's going on in the world at this time. We can feel our way. We can find what's true and authentic and congruent, and we can line up with it to bring it into manifestation. Because this is a pentacle. This is about bringing things into reality, making it concrete, making it experiential, not just an abstract thought. So it's interesting being in our bodies, being in our hearts, feeling our way forward, navigating our insecurities and our doubts and feeling uncertain, knowing that contrast is helping us to distinguish what we prefer. If we continue to do the good work of unearthing what we prefer, of turning our boat in that direction, of realigning our energy rather than wallowing in what isn't working and what we don't want, instead turning towards what we know now and building it, calling it in, becoming magnetic to it through our attention and our energy. And again, all through the heart. The invitation of the heart is very, very, very strong right now. So this is a good reading. Even though this might feel intense, remember, it's all for us. Those negative emotions just indicate we're off our path. They just indicate that we've stepped off. Things are not lined up the way we want them to be. What would we prefer? Well, if we're feeling insecure and uncertain, we would prefer certainty. We would prefer security. We prefer to feel at ease and comfortable. And what would bring us to that? What would give that to us? And feel into that. Get aware of that, because you get to do it your way. This beautiful life is about you and your dance with life, and you figuring out how to do this in the best way possible for you. You don't have to do it the same way as anybody else would do it. We have a myriad of experiences, from hucking oneself into the deep end without a floaty to starting at the shallow end and slowly making our way out into the deeper waters after many years of swimming lessons. There's no wrong way, there's just your way, and you get to determine what that is. And by using the information that life is sprinkling through our experience, through the contrast, we can get a lot clearer about what we want, and then we can build it. We can make it so. We can bring it into reality. Start something really positive and beautiful and helpful and new. All through the heart. So with that, let's pull our card to grow on. I'm filming this. Oh, I guess it's not Earth Day. That's next week. I thought it was Earth Day. I must be all turned about, actually. No, I'm not. It'll be Earth Day next week. Happy Earth Day. Happy day of honoring and celebrating the land where you live, where you find yourself, where you're being held. I encourage you to take your shoes and socks off, stand on the land with appreciation and gratitude. Maybe offer a small gift. And whatever that is, that can be your feelings of appreciation and love and gratitude. It could be in one of the traditions, one of my teachers would use tobacco. I think just more than anything, it's the gesture of appreciation and love. I have a little special dish in a special corner of my house where I like to leave a little bit of any dessert that I might be having. A little bit of chocolate or a little bit of cake or something, just as an acknowledgement of that wonderful intelligence that is holding me and my family and my home and supporting us in the best way possible. And I think this is what we need to do. One of the things we need to do as we go forward is establish our right relationship with the other levels of intelligence that surround us. Even if we don't necessarily understand it or can't communicate in the normal way that we're familiar with, we can show our appreciation, we can show our gratitude, we can express that and have that nourish our field of life. So this Earth Day, take a moment to love your land, to love the water and the air around you, and connect with it from the heart. It'd be quite profound, I think, if we all do that. So Creator, what is our card to grow on today, please? Our Fool friend has returned. It's interesting. This one has been coming up quite a bit lately in readings. This lovely energy of coming home to our enthusiasm, coming home to our joy, coming home to simplicity and ease, wonder and delight, willing to be surprised and delighted by life, willing to just step out the door on a beautiful day and go on an adventure, even though one isn't necessarily entirely sure where one is going. Those are the qualities of the Fool. Another one is waking up on the first day of summer vacation as a kid. And hopefully you had unstructured summers so you could really make the most of just being you. but that energy and that frequency and that feeling of that wide open possibility space. Very similar to that reward card we were just looking at with the Ace of Pentacles. It's wide open. The possibilities are wide open. And if we line up with that energy and that enthusiasm, we anchor more of that on the planet right now. And that is powerful medicine. Powerful for debunking this fear and doubt and uncertainty. We are open and willing to be surprised and delighted by life. We're open to being childlike, eyes open, in wonder, connected to the real world, connected to the here and now, in our bodies, in our hearts, connecting to each other, connecting to this earth, and having this brand new, bright beginning, the start of the journey. The Fool is the first of the major arcana, but of course it isn't a circle, it's a spiral. We go up and up, forever and ever. And this Fool is reminding us to come back to the heart, to simplicity, to ease, to flow, to being childlike, not so adult-like, so caught up in our heads and our minds about how things should be or have to be. When we approach life with wonder and delight, we're surprised and delighted. It continues on from last week's message, this continuing energy of be in our bodies, be in our hearts, be here now, heart open, willing, showing up, looking around for all the sparkly, sunny, gorgeous things that are peeping up around every corner if we're looking for them, and giving them our energy and attention, because that's what will make them grow. So this week, our card to grow on is the Fool. May it do us a lot of good to remember to be open and wide-eyed and curious as we go about our week this week. And with that, we have our reading. I invite you to take a nice deep breath in. Pulling in the wisdom, the threads, the impressions, the concepts and ideas that best serve each of us at this time, trusting that we have received exactly what we need to be at our best, to release what no longer serves us, and to show up with our hearts, willing to be surprised and delighted by our exchanges with life. Creator, thank you for this opportunity to gather with your children, to co-create together this reading of the week in service to our good, and by extension, the good of all life on this planet and this beautiful earth. We are so fortunate to be here incarnate at this time, living through this transition, this transformation, connecting to this wondrous, wondrous being, our home, our mother. I am so grateful for all the hearts that are awakening. I am so grateful for those who are opening their eyes to the wonder and delight that surrounds us. And I'm so grateful for the magnificence that surrounds us and continues to unfold eternally. I want to thank all those who helped to hold this space today. Creator, be with us, help us to continue to open our hearts and minds and spirits to each other, to the wisdom of you, to this land, to this place. And help us to rise in service to more love and light on this planet. And I ask for your intercession with the leaders of this planet, those who are making decisions. And I ask that you touch their hearts and open them to the wonder and the delight of being human at this time, and help them to appreciate the role that they're playing and how they can serve more life rather than limit it. And with that, I wish you a beautiful week, a very happy Earth Day. Please do get out there and acknowledge this incredible opportunity of being embodied and human at this time. I will look forward to seeing you next week. If you do something special for Earth Day, would you share down below underneath? I would be delighted to learn what you do to honor this beautiful planet and all the life on her. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I'll look forward to seeing you next Friday. Much love and light. Until then, bye for now.